Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I want to do some skincare updates. If you are new to my channel, I am a skincare enthusiast, so I do not approach any of my skincare videos with the same approach that a dermatologist would, or even an esthetician. I don't get into a lot of the science behind skincare because that's not my knowledge base as far as my education goes. So for me, I approach skincare from the standpoint of essentially a layperson, someone who is just trying to do their best to find products that work for my skin type. I like to share my results with you guys. I'm also very upfront about having any procedures or injectables done. I definitely don't try to pass off skincare results that are caused by something else, say like Botox. So if you are curious about what I have done to my face before we get into this video, I do get tox on my forehead 3 times a year. I also get tox on my masseter muscles in my jaw. That is not a like beauty procedure for me. That is a that's a procedure that I get done to stop grinding and clenching my teeth. It's really the only thing that I've ever found works. I also have a video series here on my channel talking about that. So if you too also grind and clench your teeth into an oblivion, you might want to check that out. And as far as filler goes, the only filler that I have done has been on my lips. So those are the procedures I've done. I have not had any in-depth laser treatments or anything like that. I have had plasma pen for just eradicating some of the sebaceous hyperplasia on my face. But other than that, any like progress that my skin has made has been solely using skincare. Now, every once in a while when I have a group of products that are new that I'm incorporating into my skincare routine, I just kind of like to share some updates with you guys on how it's going with these products. So that's what I'm doing in today's video. All the products mentioned will be listed and linked in the description box right below this video. So if you want to go read up more in-depth information about the products, read other people's reviews, look into the ingredients in depth a little bit more, all of that fun stuff. All the information is always listed in the description box down below. Before we get into today's video, I do want to let you guys know that I'm trying something different. I actually wrote myself a script for this video. I'm someone who is, I'm experiencing some perimenopause symptoms in my life. I'm almost 45. So, you know, the timing checks out. What that creates for me, however, is a terrible brain fog that really makes it hard for me to stay on task when I'm doing things like filming these days. And so after, you know, thinking about it a little while, I do think there are certain videos where I am gonna have to just write things out for myself to not lose track or just completely go off the rails and make videos that are way longer than they need to be. So sorry for all the disclaimers before getting into the video, but I just wanted you guys to know that that is what I'm reading. This is something that I wrote out for myself just so that I would have all the information that I wanted to actually share. So any of these items that were sent to me by the company will be mentioned in the video. It will also be listed in the description box when items are sent to me. I am open to PR from companies. I do, however, tell them that if they're going to send me anything, that I have to be able to share my actual like thoughts about the products. And believe me, there are companies that say no thanks and then they move along. But any company that sends me anything knows that I'm gonna share my honest feedback on the product. So if they're not okay with that, then yeah, don't send it. All right, so let's get started with this bad boy right here. If you are, again, new to my channel, sorry, I want this to focus here. So this is from Paula's Choice. I started my skincare journey many, many years ago with Paula's Choice. This was the first kind of, I guess, higher end skincare brand that I dove into, and oh my gosh, has it just made the biggest difference in my skin, you guys. I am so thankful for taking the chance on these products, because it then led me into branching out to other brands, and my skin is definitely better now than it ever was at any other time in my life. Even though I'm older than I was at any other time in my life, my skin looks better now than it did in my 20s, hands down. And Paula's Choice, I think, is part of the reason why that is the case. And of all the items that I've never tried from them, it was this. And I finally decided to pick it up. It's their Boost 10% Azelaic Acid Booster with licorice and salicylic acid. So, Paula's Choice says that this targets several stubborn skincare concerns at once because of its powerhouse blend of azelaic acid. Azelaic acid has a significant skin calming effect and helps to improve redness. It evens the skin tone, it decreases pigmentation, it inhibits an enzyme called tyrosinase, I believe that's how it's said, that leads to hyperpigmentation or dark patches of the skin. This basically is the reason that azelaic acid is such a great fit for those of you that deal with acne breakouts, so that post-acne hyperpigmentation, azelaic acid is supposed to actually be really good for that. It can also help with scarring, melasma, which your girl has some melasma on her forehead. This also has licorice root in here. Licorice treats dark spots and brightens and soothes itchy and irritated skin, so it's a calming ingredient. And there's also 0.5% salicylic acid, which is just kind of a nice low dose. And salicylic acid helps to unclog the pores and keep them free from acne-causing bacteria, basically. I love salicylic acid for my skin. Salicylic acid is wonderful for those of you that are prone to blackheads. I started with the 9% salicylic acid from Paula's Choice because I had really, really stubborn blackheads. And after several months of using that religiously, the blackheads went away. And now I just basically maintain my skin with their 2% salicylic acid, but it's great to be able to have a little bit of an extra boost in here. So how have I been using this? So for the last couple of months, you can see I'm definitely almost done with my first tube here. I've been using this pretty much every single morning as a part of my skincare routine. This is considered a booster. So basically I just put it in after I do my essences as a treatment type product. I do a lot of lightweight essences and toners to provide moisture for my skin, so I don't really necessarily put on a moisturizer after this, but I have never found this product to be drying on my skin. But you do want to know that I do have a very oily skin type, so for me, I don't need heavy moisturizing in the morning. The lightweight essences and toners are kind of enough for me when it comes to that, and this has absolutely helped to fade the look of any hyperpigmentation that might be happening because a breakout has, you know, happened. I'm pretty lucky in that I don't typically break out a lot, but I can during times of stress. This has definitely helped to fade any of that hyperpigmentation very quickly. I do think it's actually having an effect on my forehead. Now, does it work as fast and as effectively as my hydroquinone, which I have used in the past? No, it does not work nearly as fast as the hydroquinone, but I also don't expect it to. This isn't quite as intense as hydroquinone. So for me, I think this is a great thing to be able to use in between my like hydroquinone melasma treatments. As you know, if you have been on that particular skincare ingredient before with a dermatologist or something, you can only use it for a certain amount of time and then you have to take a break. So for me, I'm currently taking a break from the hydroquinone. So I'm using this, and I do notice that it is lightening the melasma that has kind of popped up from some recent sun exposure where I wasn't wearing my hat. But I absolutely adore this product, you guys. I think it has helped to continue to just kind of refine the look of my pores by putting in that low dose of salicylic acid, keeps the sebaceous filaments at bay. Again, helps to keep blackheads at bay as well. It is not drying, it's not irritating. It just is a wonderful feeling, lightweight cream that I put on my skin every single morning. This is what it looks like. Just absorbs very quickly into the skin. It's not greasy, does not interfere with my makeup. I essentially, this is kind of the last step. Then I come in here, I put on my beloved Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30 as my protection. As this does have some actives in it, obviously you need to make sure you are protecting your skin with an SPF. You should be wearing SPF no matter what, but especially if you're using something like this in the morning. I could use this morning and night, and there are some days where I have used it both, but for the most part, I'm pretty much exclusively using it in the morning, and it's fabulous. Cannot recommend this product enough. Hands down, give it a try. You can find Paula's Choice at their website, obviously. I will link it there. I like shopping from the website because they frequently have sales, and they also have a higher cashback via Rakuten. But you can also find this at your local Sephora. So anyway, whatever floats your boat in terms of where you get it, I think it's worth a try, especially if you have oily skin, if you deal with breakouts. This is fabulous. I'm actually thinking about getting a tube for my daughter as well, because she is 11 and, well, she got her mom's skin, unfortunately, so we're dealing with breakouts with her. So I think I'm gonna buy both her and I a tube here coming up very soon. All right, you guys. These two products here were sent to me by the company. They actually reached out multiple times, and I was kind of overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, and so I kept ignoring the emails. But finally I was like, I think I want to look into it. So I read a little bit into just the company overall. This is a Korean skincare brand. They're cruelty-free, and their ingredients just sounded really interesting. So I did end up responding to them, and they sent me both of their products. These, I believe, are their flagship products here. So I just want to share a little bit about them. I've been using these now for, it's been at least a month, probably closer to like 6.5, 7 weeks actually. So I haven't been using these for super long. This I've been using for a couple of months now. So I'm very confident in this particular review. This one, I want to use it a little bit longer, and I will continue to update you guys. So I'm going to get started with the the brand is called Regelica. And again, it's a Korean skincare brand. I will be linking them down below. Really, definitely worth reading up about their products and a little bit about the history of the company, how they got started. But this is their Mandelic and Edelweiss Renewal Complex. This exfoliates, stimulates collagen, and balances the skin with a combination of 8% mandelic acid, Edelweiss extract, which is a strong but gentle free radical scavenger that is much more stable and less irritating than vitamin C. There's also resveratrol in here. This formula also includes squalane. Squalane is wonderful for protecting the skin's barrier. There's panthenol in here. This is going to help boost the skin's barrier again, as well as centella. If you're not familiar with centella, I love this particular ingredient. It's an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory. It has anti-aging properties. It's also quite soothing, and if you deal with a lot of redness from rosacea, it's worth looking into centella as an ingredient. So this basically says that this provides a visible correction of wrinkles, pores, and pigmentation. So I've been using this every single day, both morning and night. So I did start incorporating this alongside the Azelaic acid booster as well. I put this on before the booster. That being said, the booster has worked very quickly on its own. Like, I started noticing the effects on helping with the discoloration of the melasma before I ever even incorporated this. So that being said, I think both of these products together, the combination of the ingredients, have been a really great fit for me, because I do think that it has helped to continue to refine the look of my pores. This is a quite soothing serum. I don't find it irritating on my skin. It doesn't sting. There's no discomfort at all, and there's no drying effect at all. I figured with using both maybe the azelaic acid as well as the mandelic together that might be a little bit too much for my skin, but not at all. This has been a really great combination. Now this one I'm using at night as well, so definitely something that I can use twice a day very easily. And I really like the way that this feels on my skin. I am a huge fan of this one. It's really, really lightweight. It almost has like a watery texture to it. So I treat it almost like I do an essence. You definitely are able to rub it into the skin, or pat it into the skin rather, very quickly. You can see, you okay, buddy? He's scratching himself. You can see that that has already very quickly absorbed into my skin, and it just leaves a really smooth, silky finish. This has also paired really well with my makeup. Both of these products have paired really well with my usual powder foundation routine in the morning, so no issues there. They also sent their bakuchiol and niacinamide anti-aging cream. This is a hydrating and nourishing formula made of 0.5% bakuchiol to stimulate collagen production. So bakuchiol is a botanical retinol alternative that helps to reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines without irritation and sensitivity. It is very, very mild. I'm used to using tretinoin, so something like this is definitely very, very mild on my skin. I think those of you with a more sensitive skin type could absolutely use this. There are also 5 different ceramides in here that help to protect the skin's barrier. So ceramides, again, help to moisturize and strengthen the protective skin moisture barrier, and protects the skin from external aggressors such as weather and pollution. This particular formula also has niacinamide, which strengthens the skin barrier again, and a 7 mineral-rich seaweed extract combo, or combination that helps to instantly hydrate and nourish the skin. This has a cream texture to it, and it again absorbs very, very quickly into the skin. It's not super crazy thick. You can see there the texture of it is pretty light. I will say this one I am not using on my face in the morning. I do think this one is just a little too, not necessarily greasy feeling, but it starts to get a little too heavy after these 2 products in the morning to add this on top. However, I do put this on my neck. I'm really liking how this is working on my neck. As someone who has a not sensitive face, but very sensitive neck, I can't bring my tretinoin down onto my neck. I have to use over-the-counter retinols for that. And bakuchiol is definitely an ingredient that I've used in the past from Paula's Choice. Actually, they have one as well. And it's super, super gentle on my neck. So I've been using this on my neck. Not only is my neck very, very hydrated, but it is not irritated at all from this product. And I do think that it provides a really nice tone and texture to the skin on my neck meat, if you will. I'm a really big fan of both of these products, and I'm excited to see where my skin is after finishing them. I think they definitely have a slightly higher price point to them, but the quality of the products is fantastic. And I have had absolutely zero reaction to either of these. So these have been a good fit for me for sure. The last 2 products I want to talk about, I have a barrier repair cream from Alpyn. But before we get to the Alpyn, I want to talk about a new eye cream that was recently released from Dermatology. I do have a discount code with Dermatology, so they will send me products as an ambassador when they are released to be able to test out. But I buy a lot of Dermatology products myself. I have so much that I love from this particular brand. This is their new HPR eye cream. And this is, I'm loving this eye cream because a lot of like retinoid type eye creams can make my under eye area look a little bit more dry. It's almost like retinol or retinoid containing eye creams kind of make the area look a little bit worse before it looks better. But this one is, I think, the first one that I've used that just makes the under eye area look amazing, and it pairs so well with my makeup. So I've been using this morning and night for the last, I think I've had this for about 2, maybe 3 weeks, and I love it. I already see this as a repurchase in my future for sure. So this eye cream is formulated to visibly brighten, intensively hydrate, and dramatically maximize the appearance of fine lines around the under eyes. The key ingredient is the HPR. I'm gonna try to not butcher this. Hydroxypinocolone, retinate. So this is a powerful new retinoid that is both highly effective at reducing signs of aging, yet gentle enough for sensitive skin. So the HPR is supposed to reduce the signs of aging and pigmentation by enhancing the cell turnover, just, you know, like most retinoids tend to do, but it does it in a very, very gentle way. This formula also contains several different types of peptides. Definitely go read up the ingredient list here. Peptides help to improve the look of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as the skin's firmness. There's also allantoin in this formula, which intensively moisturizes, soothes, and heals the skin. It reduces the signs of aging. There's vitamin E. Vitamin E is a water-retaining antioxidant that prevents free radical damage. Vitamin E is a pretty, I feel like, staple skincare ingredient. It's really well researched. Also coconut oil, which is super emollient and increases supple, soft skin. I do want to let you know that despite coconut oil being in here, this is not greasy. This is such a lightweight. So this is about the amount that I would use for both eyes, and I would basically just kind of divide it between my 2 middle fingers. And then I tap all the way around and even like over like this orbital bone area here. Oh man, you guys, not only does this absorb very quickly into that area, but it immediately improves the look. It softens these little tiny fine lines that I have underneath my lash line. I don't have a lot of lines around my eye area. I'm pretty lucky in that respect. And no, I do not get Botox here. I don't need it. I need it in my forehead, but I don't need it around my eye area here at all. But this makes this area insanely soft. And I do think it's starting to now get into that like cell turnover phase, because I love the look of my under eyes right now. They look really soft, hydrated, and smooth. The skin looks really smooth. So definitely a massive fan of this. I'm gonna keep using this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and retire the other eye creams that I had going in the bathroom for the time being, and I'm gonna focus on using this for maybe about 8 weeks. And I'm gonna do like another video following up on this in terms of the progress that I've made underneath that area there, because I definitely don't take the tretinoin up quite that high underneath that area. So this is fabulous for me. And then the last item that I wanted to talk about, I've already mentioned in my weekly beauty chit chat last week. This is the new Alpyn Beauty Super Peptide and Ghostberry Barrier Repair Cream. This again was sent in PR, so I didn't pay for this one. I don't know how Alpyn found my channel, but I'm grateful. I have purchased from them in the past. They sell their products at Sephora, and they do have a really nice lineup. So this is supposed to help with fine lines, wrinkles, and dryness, as well as loss of firmness and elasticity in the skin. This has a Snap 8 peptide. This is a combination of 8 different peptides that relaxes the look of expression lines. Ghostberry and Tasmanian pepper are also in this formulation, and those help to visibly soothe the skin. There's also a 5-ceramide complex here, which binds moisture to skin and supports the skin's protective barrier. This is one that I wanted to really stress is fantastic for those of you that have really dry, irritated, sensitive skin. I think this is the moisturizer for you. I've been loving this on my skin. I've been using every single night for a few weeks now. I received this in advance of the launch, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is fabulous. Again, a nice lighter weight texture, but definitely has that nice consistency that I think is going to appeal to those of you that prefer a slightly not heavier feel to your moisturizers, but those of you that like to know that you are putting a moisturizer on your skin. But that being said, I don't think it feels heavy once it gets on. It really absorbs quickly into the skin, and you are left with the softest, most soothed, comforted skin. Don't deal with a ton of redness, a little bit here and there, but I have found this to be insanely soothing. It has not clogged my pores. I don't think that I'm dealing with any breakouts as a result. I mean, I have no breakouts right now. I don't think that this contributes to my sebaceous filaments or anything like that. I just think it makes my skin insanely soft, really hydrated, and gives it a beautiful glow. When I wake up the next morning, I just have great looking skin. And I think that finishing off the rest of my routine at night with this kind of seals everything in, and the additional ceramides in here, the 5-ceramide complex, as well as the peptides, and then apparently the Ghostberry, which I don't know much about Ghostberry as an ingredient, but whatever it is, it's doing a good job on my skin. So overall, I think that the combination of these different products have definitely been a good additions to my routine. They're working well together. They're playing well with some of the other things that are just staples in my routine. I do have a pretty extensive skincare routine, and I want to let you guys know you don't have to approach skincare the way I do. I'm just doing what works for me, and for me, using a lot of products tends to be the best for my skin. Kind of keeps my skin guessing a little bit, and I certainly cycle through a lot of different actives throughout the course of the week. I never use my tretinoin in combination with any other actives. And for me, you know, just kind of spacing things out, having a little chart that I made for myself on when to use what has worked out really well. That being said, you don't need all of these things. If you are just looking to address maybe the melasma, I would say try the Azelaic acid booster. If you're looking to add some intense hydration to your skin, definitely worth checking out this new barrier repair cream from Alpyn. And then if you're interested in some really gentle exfoliation, I think either of these products would be a great fit as well. And this for the under eyes is fabulous. So all winners here in my book. I will definitely keep you guys updated, and you'll see these products in empties coming up here probably in a few months. And let me know if you have any questions. I will list and link everything in the description box down below. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you're new, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.